Rich, what did you think of what Daniel gave you on Sunday, and to be able to be in a position with 3 kicks inside the 20, especially at the end there, to kind of pin him back the way he did?
Yeah, gave us. He thought he played well. Obviously, protection was outstanding in the game. I thought he had a lot of confidence in the protection. And then, we talked about it a few weeks ago. He just seems to be getting better and better, as each game goes by. And the end of that game was a little bit, in my mind, reminiscent of the Cowboy game a year ago where he pinned him inside the 10 on the last punt as well. And, it's huge when they obviously had no more timeouts and we can set our defense, way down in their territory was big for us. So he'll be expected to play well again this week.
For such a young player, Rich, how's he gotten so good so quickly? I mean, he's only played 20 NFL games.
Well, he played in the league before he got here also, played a whole year there. So he did a lot of work, both off seasons. He was with Mike Cyphers and Nick Novak out there in San Diego, spent a lot of time with those guys that have played in the league for a long time. Mike played a long time. So he's really worked extremely hard at his craft, not only in season, what he's done over the last year and a half with us, but what he's done in the off season to perfect his drop and his hang and his ability to direct the football. So he's a player on the come, and we're excited about the direction he's going in.
Do you think you'll get some opportunities for Keyshawn this week? I know folks only got a few touchbacks, so are they kind of letting things up for the kick coverage?
Well, they obviously, they've given up some returns, in the last 2 games that they've played, and they worked out a lot in the preseason. So we'll just have to see what they decide to do with us. But they've got some on both sides. They've had some opportunities to cover kicks as well, and they've had some opportunities to return some in their last 2 regular season games. So we'll see how it goes in our game.
They've given them a couple punt blocks. What have you seen in that regard?
They've given up a couple blocks. But they're NFL players with a lot of pride, and I'm sure they're addressing whatever issues they have. I'm really concerned about what we have to do and what our issues are and what our plan will be going into that game.
Is it easier to get your players to really buy in or believe, I guess, that, hey, you can get a punt block here?
Why don't you say it a little bit louder?
Say it louder.
So is it easier to get your players to have some belief that a punt block is attainable when you do see that on film? And do you see their eyes maybe light up a little bit?
Oh, there was a bunch of other blocks that went on during the course of the last 2 weeks, on other teams. So again, we're going to be concerned about our system, how we work our system, what we're going to do for our plan going into the game, and usually you feel like people correct their mistakes. The blocks haven't been the same 2 weeks in a row. They've been different. So we're just going to kind of concentrate on raking the leaves in our yard and see if we can put a good performance out there on the field.
Rich, speaking of blocks, the deflection on the 1 kick of Braden's, was that on the kick? Was that on the protection? Kind of what happened there?
We got a little bit of push inside, but we got it through, so hit it pretty good. Hopefully we'll clean that up this week as well. They got a real good field goal rush team, so big people inside.